On YouTube. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Win or go home, do or die. Game 5 of the American League Division Series, Knights versus Twins. So what is this Bronx Knights baseball? So it's a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. The goal when this started months ago was to play an entire 162 game regular season with a created franchise. No skipped innings, no simulated games, the entire season on YouTube. And I've done that. So obviously after the season is the playoffs. This is the first round against the Minnesota Twins, the American League Division Series. And it's tied at 2 games apiece. The pivotal Game 5, whichever team wins this game advances to the next round of the playoffs to face the Tampa Bay Rays in the American League Championship Series. And as you can see on the screen, it's Tyler Glasnow versus Eli Ramos. It's at Yankee Stadium. The ALDS starts now. Hold on a second. Let's see. Calendar. Minnesota. View organizations games. Game options, play game. Okay. It says the Knights have 27 players on their active roster. 26 is the max. So, okay. Before we get into the game, I'm going to go over to... let's see the roster. Obviously, yeah, there we go. '27, it's got to be 26. So let's take him off. Release the player. Players may not be released during the postseason. Okay. Okay, so then we have to take Hal Shields and what do we do? Okay, hold on a second. Now I'm a little... So the only reason why I made a change to the playoff roster is because Dylan Betances was injured in Game 4 of the ALDS. So let's go and see what we can do with him. So roster. MLB roster. Looking for Dylan Betances. Remove from the playoff roster. Are you sure you'd like to remove Dylan Betances from the playoff roster? Okay. Okay, so that's probably solved the problem. So pitching rotation. Yeah, it should be good now. So here we go. Calendar. Game 5 starts now. Play game. Okay. Play full game. We are the home team at classic Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Eli Ramos starts for the team. That's the lineup. Let's rock and roll. All right. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Really means a lot. Win or go home, do or die. Let's go. Time to go to the ALCS. Oh, every game is played in this entire season on all-star difficulty setting for hitters and pitchers. I will show it for accountability's sake, but not yet. Welcome, baseball fans, to the ALDS Game 5 here at Yankee Stadium with the series tied at 2 games apiece. The winner of this game goes to the ALCS. Twins versus Knights starts now. On the mound for the Bronx Knights, the winner of the American League Cy Young Award this season, Eli Ramos. He was 22-5 during the regular season. Pitching in this pivotal Game 5, the ace of the staff. And leading off is Ken Griffey Sr. He's hitting .588 in this post-game series. Homer, 4 RBIs. He's 10 for 17 at the plate. First pitch, Game 5. Low and inside, ball 1. So just for accountability's sake, we go to options, gameplay, all-star hitting difficulty, all-star pitching difficulty, just so that it's on the record.
706.
And he slices it out of play. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Griffey. Griffey Sr. played for the Cincinnati Reds in his real career. Breaking ball inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. 67 degrees here in the Bronx in October. Partly cloudy. Good day for baseball. Swing and a miss out in front of the circle change. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Father of Ken Griffey Jr. And he fouls off the split finger fastball. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he pops it up the elevator shaft. Behind home plate is Millo to make the catch for out number 1. Starting lineup for the Twins: Ken Griffey Sr. is in right field, Ryan Braun's in left, Mike Piazza is at first, Eloy Jimenez is the DH, Duke Snyder is in center, Orlando Cepeda is the first baseman, Mike Schmidt is at third, Alan Hansen is at second, and Chris Onies batting ninth and playing shortstop. So Ryan Braun, 250, 2 homers, 3 RBIs here in this division series. Steps in with 1 out. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Out in front of the curveball, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Braun. Braun plays for the Milwaukee Brewers in real life. And he lines it down the left field line, but curling out of play. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Fouls off the slider. Inside corner with the strike 3. Strike's not looking, and Braun doesn't agree with the call. That's the first out of the game for Ramos. Mr. Hall, good evening. Welcome. You've dropped in on Game 5 of the American League Division Series. Bronx Knights versus the Minnesota Twins. This is a do-or-die, win-or-go-home game. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Mike Piazza steps up to the plate. Glad to see you in the stream. Thank you for joining. Fastball in there, strike 1. Mike Piazza was a Hall of Famer in his career. Played for the... Well, that's a line drive. Base hit to right is the 2-out single for Piazza. And the inning will continue for the Minnesota Twins. Played for the Los Angeles Dodgers and also for the New York Mets in real life. So, that'll quiet the crowd. So next up is Eloy Jimenez, the DH. Runner at first and 2 away. Just below the knees for ball 1. Starting pitcher is Eli Ramos, that during the regular season won 22 games and the Cy Young Award. Fouls off the slider. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Jimenez. And it's a lazy fly ball to left center field. Racing over is O'Rourke to make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. Here in Game 5 of the ALDS, it's the Bronx Knights coming to bat. Score, no score. So on the mound for the Twins is Tyler Glasnow. He lost his only start here he's lost Game 1 here at Yankee Stadium. This is his 2nd opportunity here on the mound for the Twins. And leading off is Mighty Max, the center fielder, Max Luklich. He's 6 for 17 in this 5-game series, hitting from the left side, switch hitter against the righty Glasnow. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Over the regular season, Max hit .308. So the record of the Bronx Knights finished at 107 and 55, tied with the Tampa Bay Rays with the best record in the American League. The Tampa Bay Rays, that's outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Tampa Bay Rays beat the Seattle Mariners in their playoff, the ALDS bracket, and have already advanced. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lukulich. So the winner of this game will advance into a best-of-7 series in the ALCS against the Tampa Bay Rays. Fouls off the high fastball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lukulich. Misses low and outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Did he check it? No, he did not. The third base umpire calls him out. So there's 1 away here in the bottom of the first, and up steps Don Mattingly, the first baseman. He's hitting .400 in this 5-game series. First pitch. And he grounds it deep in the hole. A short jump throw is in time. Beautiful play by Chris Honings at short. And there are 2 outs. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights: Max Lukulich in center, Don Mattingly at first, Chris Ramos, the MVP, at second base, Michael O'Rourke in left, Jacob Salazar at short, Benny Cicero in right. Matt Saps is your DH. Matt Termines at third, and batting ninth is Anthony Millo, playing catcher. Chris Ramos hitting .429, a homer, 4 RBIs, steps up with bases empty and 2 away. And it's a hard line drive, but finds its way into the seats. A foul ball. 160 games, hope to the season. Me too. This is technically game number 167, if you do the math. Every game is on YouTube. The count to Ramos is 0-1. Big strike zone from the home plate umpire. He calls it a strike. So the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I would hate to see the season end. Did he check his swing? No, says the third base umpire. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ramos had 66 home runs during the regular season. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Glasnow. And after 1 inning of play here in Game 5 of the ALDS, it's the Minnesota Twins and the Bronx Knights. No score. So, top of the second inning, up steps Duke Schneider, the center fielder, who's 1 for 8 in this series. Eli sets and delivers. Misses inside, ball 1. Duke Schneider played for the Brooklyn Dodgers when they were a thing. I think probably 50s and 60s. Slider in there, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. He was kind of like Brooklyn's answer to Mickey Mantle, if I'm not mistaken. In there, strike 2. And he fouls off the split finger fastball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score here in the top of the second inning. Game 5 of the ALDS. And he slices it into the stands and out of play. Pulls the changeup, foul. And it's a deep fly ball the other way to left, all the way into the corner. But O'Rourke makes the catch for the first out. PS5 won't let you watch. PS5 won't let you watch people follow. Hold on a second. So, defensive alignment for the Knights in the outfield from left to right is O'Rourke, Max Lukulich, and Benny Cicero. And in the infield from left to right, Termini, Salazar, Ramos, Don Mattingly with Anthony Millo behind the plate. Max Lukulich and Don Mattingly won the Gold Glove for first base, for center fielder and first base respectively. Up steps Orlando Cepeda, hitting 188 on the season. So PS5 won't let you watch people you follow. Oh, I see. So right now, there's a difficulty in watching people that you follow on the network. Well, I don't have the PS5 yet, unfortunately. I'm still looking forward. Pitches outside, ball 1. I'm looking forward to getting it in the next few months. So after this series is over, I think I'll probably wait to get MLB The Show 21 until I get the PS5. And that's a lazy fly ball to right field. Back is Lo Cicero, makes the catch for the second out. Got you. My goal is to eventually get my hands on a PS5 and then buy the next version of the baseball game. So once I'm done with this franchise, this Bronx Knights baseball franchise, it'll be saying goodbye to baseball until the next until I get my hands on a PS5. So with 2 outs here in the top of the second, up steps Mike Schmidt, the third baseman. He is 5 for 15 in this American League Division Series. Ramos sets and delivers. Outside corner, strike one. Out in front of the split-fingered fastball count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Schmidt. Schmidt was a Hall of Famer for the Philadelphia Phillies in the 70s and 80s. 500-plus home runs in his career. Just misses off the plate inside. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Game 5 of the ALDS. Win or go home. Hard line drive the other way up the first base line, but it is a foul ball. Welcome to the stream. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This is Bronx Knights Baseball. Welcome. Swing and a miss at the fastball, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 inning for Eli. And after an inning and a half baseball here in Game 5, still no score at Classic Yankee Stadium. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. The cleanup hitter, the left fielder, Michael O'Rourke, steps up. He's hitting .333 with a homer and 7 runs batted in this short series. Yay for Game 5. Pitches outside, ball 1. Wicked Quixotic. Nice to see you in the stream. Thank you so much for joining. It's always a pleasure. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. In the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. The crowd is certainly live. They are awake. They are pumped. And that's a line drive, base hit through the middle. The leadoff single for the Knights here in the bottom of the second inning. So here's the replay. So next up is Jacob Salazar, the shortstop. He's the switch hitter batting from the left side. He's .286, 2 RBIs in the division series. Takes low ball 1. Glasnow lost Game 1 of this division series, 6-3. And O'Rourke is going to second. Strong throw is in time. Michael is thrown out on the bases. And there's 1 away, and the bases are now empty. He had 27 stolen bases during the regular season, so he was used to, but unfortunately, a perfect throw by Mike Piazza to nab him at second base. So now the bases are empty and there's 2 down for Salazar. And it's a 2-hopper to the shortstop. Onings throws to first, and quickly there are 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. So up next is the right fielder Benny Lo Cicero, who is only 1 for 15 in this division series. Steps up with 2 outs. Pitches outside, ball 1. So the winner of this game plays the Tampa Bay Rays in the American League Championship Series for the right to represent the American League in the World Series. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Fouls it off. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. No appeal. This game doesn't allow appeals, unfortunately. Fouls off the fastball up behind home plate. Count evens to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. Bottom of the second. No score here at Yankee Stadium. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Matt Saps is on deck. He is the designated hitter today. Here comes the payoff pitch. And it's a lazy fly ball to right center field. Schneider is there to make the catch and retire the side. So no runs, one hit, nobody left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play here in Game 5 of the ALDS, still no score. I do hope it's available, absolutely. But, I mean, I'm sure it will be. So leading off the top of the third is the second baseman, Alan Hansen, who's hitting .250 in this division series. Puts the bat on the ball, but fouls it off. Strike one. Misses with the changeup inside, 1 ball and 1 strike on Hansen. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, 99 miles an hour on the radar gun. And there are 2 strikes on Alan Hansen. Eli Ramos, a little bit of inside information. Eli Ramos is actually my father in real life, and he's number 68 because he passed away in the year 2011 at the age of 68. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Daddy, and he fouls it back behind home plate to count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he just gets a piece of the circle change to stay alive. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the inside curveball, strikes him out, and there's 1 away. That's the 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Eli.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, with Owen.
Just tied him up inside. So next up is the number 9 hitter, Chris Onings, hitting .333 with 3 runs batted in. 1 down here in the 3rd. And it's a line drive in deep in the hole. Long throw, not in time. It's an infield single for Onings. They're, of course, going to give him a base hit. Really no play for Salazar. So runner at first with 1 out for the Minnesota Twins here in the top of the 3rd. So the lineup turns over for the Twins. Ken Griffey Sr. popped out in his first at-bat. Check that bat, it's corked. I agree with you, Mr. Hall. Checks his swing, but we went too far, according to the home plate umpire. The count is no balls and 1 strike on Griffey. Runner leads off first. And it is a 1-hopper. Shovel to second for 1, back to first. Not in time. It's a fielder's choice out at second. So there'll be 2 outs with Griffey at first. It wasn't hit hard enough for a double play. That's the 50-year-old version of Don Mattingly as the manager of the Bronx Knights. So up with 2 down and a runner at first is Ryan Braun, who's 0 for 1 today. Second plate appearance. Misses outside, ball 1. He's going, strong throw is not in time. He just gets his hand in there. Let's watch the replay. I thought Millo might have a chance at him, but no, he flat out beat it. So now there's a runner in scoring position where a single will score him and break the tie. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Ryan Braun. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Late on the fastball, fouls it into the seats. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off second. Top of the 3rd inning, no scoring. Game 5 of the ALDS. Just misses outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it is a 2-hopper to the second baseman. Ramos fields, fires, got him, and the side is retired. So after 2.5 innings of play here in Game 5, still no score. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Matthew Saps. He's hitting .333 in the division series as a homer. Leads off against Tyler Glasnow. And he swings and fouls off the fastball, strike one. He's 5 for 15 in the 4 games. And this one he skies to shallow center field. There is Duke Snider, 1 away. Next up is the third baseman Matt Termini, who's 1 for 14 in this series. Glasnow sets and delivers. And that is a bloop base hit to right. He's in there at first. So runner is at first with 1 away here in the bottom of the third for the Bronx Knights. Do you use your father's likeness? Yes, I have. That's absolutely what he looked like as a 25-year-old. So, up steps Anthony Millo, pitch out, but nothing doing. Termini was not stealing the bag. Millo's hitting, he's 3 for 10 with a homer and 2 runs batted in the division series. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. Big lead over there at first base. And he swings and fouls it off late on the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he lines the fastball into the seats. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Anthony. Swings in the dirt. Gets away, strong throw to second is not in time, so on the wild pitch, Termini takes second base. But it's still a strikeout, Glasnow's 3rd strikeout. So he'll be at second base with 2 outs. As Max Lukulich, who's 6 for 18 in this series, steps up to the plate. A single is necessary to get him home. He's struck out in the 1st inning. So Max is up to the plate. And that is a pop-up into the infield. Easy play for Ownings at shortstop, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 3 innings of play here in Game 5 of the ALDS. Still no score. Great way to love for him, much respect. Well, listen, many of the created players on the Bronx Knights are family, friends, co-workers, so on and so forth. The ace of the staff is my father, so I'm definitely happy to see that he performed well in his heyday. So we lead off the top of the 4th inning. Mike Piazza has a hit in his first at-bat. Steps into lead off. Finds the outside corner for strike 1. Thank you for the kind words, Mr. Hall. Much appreciated. Misses inside with the splitter. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's a deep drive to left. Back to the track. Looking up. He makes the catch on the warning track for out number 1. Almost made it a 1-0 lead, but just got underneath it. You could hear the crowd in Yankee Stadium kind of have this collective gasp. That's very cool that you made them people, yeah. I mean, just to try to make it a little more interesting. As an experiment to do a created franchise, why not also do created players? So with 1 away here in the top of the 4th, up steps Eloy Jimenez, who was 0 for 1. Took the first pitch for strike. 1 count is no balls and 1 strike. He's guarding the line. Termini, long throw, in time, 2 away. So they had him placed properly. He hit it right down the 3rd base line, but there was Matt Termini to make the throw for the 2nd out. So next up is the center fielder, Duke Snider. He is 0 for 1 with a fly out in the 2nd inning. 2 outs, bases empty here in the 4th. Misses with the slider inside off the plate. Ball 1. Fouls off the fastball late on it down the left field line. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tries to wait on the curveball, but fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hard ground ball. No, it's on the line, and the inning is over. Line drive to the second baseman, and the side is retired after 3.5 innings of play. There's still no score here in the Bronx. Next season, I would like to see Knight logo behind the plate. Well, you know, that would be very cool. I am looking forward. I'm sure the PlayStation 5 version on MLB The Show 21 will have a lot of these little nuances. So, leading off in the bottom of the 4th is Don Mattingly. He's hitting .375 for the series. He grounded out in the first inning. He leads off for the Knights. And they will return. Pitches low, ball 1. Regardless of what happens in this season, this creative franchise, once I get my hands on the PS5, down and low, 2 balls and no strikes. Once I get my hands on a PS5 and the new version of the PlayStation, I am definitely resurrecting the Bronx Knights baseball. So the count is 3 balls and no strikes on Mattingly. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he will not, because I don't swing on 3-0 pitches. I always let it go by. Let's see what happens. Outside corner, strike 1. So now the shackles are off. And that's a line drive, but it may hang up there for the center fielder Schneider, and there's 1 away. Hit it right on the nose, but right at the center fielder. He can't steer the ball. All he can do is hit it hard. Listen, it seems like the Minnesota Twins don't want to go home. They came to play. So up steps Chris Ramos. He is the American League's most valuable player this season, with 66 homers and 169 runs batted in to lead the American League. In fact, to lead all of baseball. So first pitch is off the plate, ball 1. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Low, ball 2. And he fouls the changeup. Check that, the curveball behind home plate. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on the MVP of the league. So hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Michael O'Rourke is on deck. And he pulls the breaking ball foul, and the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Late on the 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and we'll do it again. The crowd is waving their terrible towels, or whatever it is they like to call them. And he's a little late on the breaking ball and skies it to center field. There is Schneider, and there's 2 away. So Michael O'Rourke, the left fielder, singled in his first at-bat. He's hitting .375 on the series. Steps up to 2 outs here in the 4th. And he skies it to center field on the first pitch. Easy play for Schneider, busy inning for the center fielder. Makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Glasnow. And after 4 innings of play here in Game 5 of the American League Division Series, Knights versus Twins. Still no score. Oh boy. Tough matchup. Top of the 5th. First baseman Orlando Cepeda flew out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. At the knees, strike 1. Orlando Cepeda had 39 homers and 123 runs batted in during the regular season. Misses outside with the slider. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Dangerous hitter at the plate. To lead off the top of the 5th. High strike, 99 on the radar gun. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the circle change. Just tied him up on the inside. This is 4th strikeout of the game for Eli Ramos. And there's 1 away here in the 5th. So next up is Mike Schmidt, the third baseman 5 for 16 in this series, but he struck out in his first at-bat today. Here comes the pitch from Eli. Just hits the outside corner, strike one. Swing and a miss out in front of the curveball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Schmidt in this fictional season had 27 homers during the regular season. Strike 3 called. Split finger fastball. There's 2 away. Strikeout number 5. Sir, what the story behind the team name? There really is no story. I just I grew up in the Bronx, New York. Born and raised. The Throgs Neck section of the Bronx, nice area, middle class area. There's a place called Ferry Point Park, which is under the not the George Washington Bridge, the Whitestone Bridge in the North Bronx. And I always thought it would be cool for there to be a franchise and a new stadium built in Ferry Point Park as a kid, because there was so much space there under the bridge. So what better way than to create the Bronx Knights? I'm a New York Yankees fan. When you create a franchise, you have to erase a team from the league. I'm not going to erase the New York Yankees because that's sacrilege. So I decided to create another franchise. So that's really the story. Not much of a story. So the count evens a 1 ball and 1 strike to Alan Hansen, the second baseman. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. No score. And he's late on the fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bronx Knights. Just think it's cool. You know, you look through the various names. Knights sounded cool. No other reason than that. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th. Nobody on base. No score. Game 5. Fouls it behind home plate upstairs. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. If there's one thing that the Twins are accomplishing, is that the ace of the staff, Eli Ramos, is throwing a lot of pitches. And that's a deep drive towards the right center field gap. Long run for Luke Litch. He makes the running catch to retire the side. So much range out there. He's got great wheels. So after 4.5 innings of play, here in Game 5 of the ALDS, still no score. You're welcome. Leading off the bottom of the 5th is Jacob Salazar. He's 0 for 1. Glasnow is still out there, throwing a shutout. And it is a slow roller to the second baseman. Hansen throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
The batter, number 38.
So next up is Benny Lo Cicero, the right fielder. He flew out in the second. He's only 1 for 16 in this short series. And that's a deep drive to right in front of the 314 sign. He makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 away. Quick inning so far for Glasnow.
The batter, number 31.
So next up is Matt Saps. Matt is 0 for 1 with a fly out in the 3rd. And he's late on the fastball, strike 1. So Matt had 33 homers and 109 RBIs during the regular season. He's a natural second baseman, but with Chris Ramos in the way at second. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. With Chris Ramos in the way, he generally plays designated hitter. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Strike him out, and he throws it away. So it's a strikeout, but an error by the catcher, and the inning will continue. It's a 2-out error by Piazza. Sometimes you need situations like that to light a spark. So up next is Matt Termini, who singled in his first at-bat. The runner leads off first, 2 away here in the 5th. And that's a line drive base hit to right field. So now there's 2 runners on and 2 out here in the 5th. So after getting 2 quick outs in the inning, an error and now a single will put a runner in scoring position for the Knights. And Termini's 2 for 2. So next up is Anthony Millo. Anthony is 0 for 1 today, struck out in the 3rd. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Anthony hit 16 home runs during the regular season. He had a terrible first half of the season, but did start to heat up towards the second half. And that's the line drive right at the Cepeda at first to retire the side. So at the end of 5 innings of play, still no score. Don't understand that rule, please explain. What rule? Since I'm like stream of consciousness when I do the play-by-play. What? Oh, I see what rule you mean. So anyway, first we're at the top of the 6th inning. Chris Onings leads off. No score. So the rule is when you strike somebody out and the ball hits the dirt and the catcher doesn't catch it cleanly, he gets it on a hop, he has to throw the ball down to first base to record the out. So what happened was the pitch was in the dirt, swung over the top of it, and on from the dirt he picked it up and threw it over the head of the first baseman, so he was able to reach first on the error by the catcher. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Good question. That was a good question because that's a rare play in baseball. It doesn't happen very often. Outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes on Onings, who has a hit in today's game. Misses. A rare 3-ball no strike count from Eli. So the question is, does Onings have the green light on 3-0? Let's see. He does not. So the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and now a 3-0 count becomes a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3. Gets him with the slider on the outside part of the plate. There's one away. That's strikeout number 6 for Eli. Here's the replay. Again, he just thought it was a fastball, swung right over the top of it. So with one away, the lineup turns over for the Twins. Ken Griffey is 0 for 2. On a fielder's choice, he ended up stealing second base. And he fouls it behind home plate, strike 1. Ken Griffey is 10 for 19 in this series. I would assume that if the Twins win Game 5, it would be an easy call to name Ken Griffey Sr. the MVP of this division series. Strike 2. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. He just cursed. It's funny. So the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Griffey. Here in the 6th inning of Game 5. Do or die, win and go home. Win or go home. Twins versus Knights for the right to play the Tampa Bay Rays in the ALCS. Swing and a miss. Ties him up on the inside. That's strikeout number 7 for Ramos. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. He just fooled him. Obviously, he thought it was a strike down the middle. Tied him up on the inside. Next up is Ryan Braun, who's 0 for 2. He struck out, he grounded out. 2 away, bases empty. No score. Swing and a miss at the slider. Strike 1. Obviously, both. He's got some bling. Yes, he does. Obviously, both Eli Ramos and Tyler Glasnow both brought their A game out of the bullpen. Circle change is fouled off, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Braun, 5.3 WAR. WAR is wins against replacement. One of the newer statistics in baseball. It's very good WAR. And he pops it up. Out of the crouch jumps Anthony Millo. He makes the catch to retire the side. So it's 6 shutout innings for Eli Ramos after 5.5 innings of play, with the series tied 2 games apiece. Here in the ALDS, still no score. Oh my goodness, the pressure is mounting. So leading off is the leadoff hitter, the center fielder, Max Luklich, who's 6 for 19 in this division series, but he's 0 for 2 today. Bats from the left side against the righty Glasnow, who's working on a shutout of his own. Pitch is low, ball 1. And that's a 1-hopper to the second baseman. Hanson throws to first in time, 1 away. So Luklich is 0 for 3. Next up is Don Mattingly, the 1985 American League Most Valuable Player for the New York Yankees. He's 0 for 2 today. An all-star, gold glover. Not exactly a Hall of Famer, but slider is low, ball 1. He hit 26 homers and 115 runs batted in during this regular season for the Knights. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. And he breaks his bat. Caught on the fly by the catcher. There's 2 quick outs. My goodness, Glasnow. So anyway, Chris Ramos, the most valuable player of the American League this season with his 66 home runs, steps up to the plate, bases empty, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. No score. And he hits a line drive, but right at the center fielder. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Knights here in the bottom of the 6th. Again, we're in Game 5. Win or go home. Still no score. Pressure is mounting. So we go to the top of the 7th. Up steps Mike Piazza. It's 2 for 18 in this series. He has a single today. He's 1 for 2. Breaking ball outside corner. Got 3 watching, no pressure, sir. No, listen, I love people to watch. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I love answering the questions. I love talking baseball. I wish there was, you know what, I appreciate every one of you. Swings at the circle change outside of the strike zone. The count is no balls and 2 strikes on Piazza. I mean, obviously I do this play-by-play stuff because I love the idea of doing TV play-by-play. So, in there with the slider, broke his knees. Sit down, Mr. Piazza. That's strikeout number 8 for Eli Ramos. Next up is Eloy Jimenez, who's 4 for 18 in the series, but does not have a hit today. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Just misses low, ball 1. Swing and a miss over the top of the split finger fastball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaks his bat. Mattingly tosses to the pitcher covering, and there's 2 away. Nice play by Mattingly. He had to evade the shards of wood from the broken bat, make the play, so there's 2 away. Next up is the center fielder Duke Snyder, who's 0 for 2 today. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. In there, strike 1. And it's a line drive, 1 hopper to the second baseman. Ramos throws to first in time. Side retired. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch with the series tied at 2 games apiece here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Knights versus Twins. Still no score in the deciding Game 5. Oh, yeah! Bottom of the 7th, Michael O'Rourke is 1 for 2 with a single. He had 38 home runs during the regular season. 38. He has a home run in this division series. Backdoor slider, strike 1. My goodness. Glasnow brought his A game. And that's a deep drive to right. It is on the top of the wall. It bounces there, stopping at second with a leadoff double as Michael O'Rourke. It's the 2nd hit of the ball game. He was inches from taking a 1-0 lead. Let's look at this replay. Inches. Griffey didn't even bother going to the wall. He realized that either it was going to be a home run or the top of the fence. Next up is Jacob Salazar, runner in scoring position. The go-ahead run with nobody out. Takes a strike. Count is 0-1 on Salazar. He's 0 for 2 in this ball game. And it's a lazy fly ball. It is in there. Rounding third and heading home is O'Rourke. Throw to the plate. He's not going to bother. It's a 1-0 lead for the Bronx Knights here in Game 5. It's an RBI double for Jacob Salazar. Just a bloop down the left field line. And O'Rourke was going the whole way. He was not holding up between second and third. Game attendance, we do not have it yet, but I'm sure it's a sellout. And the manager of the Minnesota Twins has seen enough. He's going to the bullpen, asking for the right-hander. Tyler Glasnow deserved better. Game 5, he went into the 7th inning, gave up just 1 run. He is responsible for the runner at second base, though. But what a good game he pitched. So in relief comes Matt Whistler, who's pitched in 2 games in this division series and given up 2 runs. His ERA is 9. So next up is Benny Lo Cicero, 0 for 2. Runner at second. Nobody out still here in the bottom of the 7th. And it's a 2-hopper to second base, and that's the first out of the inning. At least it was a productive out, because moving over to third base is Jacob Salazar with only 1 away. So now the Knights, if they play their cards right, can score that run from third without the benefit of a base hit. So next up with 1 away is Matthew Saps, who's 0 for 2. I love this game. And he's out in front of the slider, strike 1, just completely fooled him. Chased the pitch. Count is 0-1. Oh, almost hit him on the shoulder. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Salazar leads off third. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 lead for the Knights. And that's a ground ball. Knocked down. Throws to first. In time. Gorgeous play by Chris Onings to recover and get the out. However, it's an RBI ground out for Matthew Saps. And the score is now 2-0 in the bottom of the 7th. In the deciding Game 5 here in the ALDS. So with 2 outs and the bases empty, Matt Termini, who's 2 for 2, steps up to the plate against Matt Whistler. Pitches inside, ball 1. Okay, I am not wasting any time. I'm going to the manager's office. I'm not taking out Eli Ramos, but I have to go to the bullpen and warm people up. I'm warming up Jesse Biddle, and I'm warming up Carlos Estevez, just in case. Always good to have guys throwing in the bullpen. So the count is 1 ball and no strikes on Matt Termini. They catches the inside corner, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he ties him up with the 2-seam fastball, count is 1-2. Slider outside, count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty, 2 runs across the plate. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, it's a 2-0 lead for the Bronx Knights here in Game 5. Swing and a miss at the slider, and the side is retired. But as I just said, the Knights go to the top of the 8th inning with a 2-0 lead here in Game 5 of the American League Division Series. Oh, yeah! All right, here we go. Leading off is Orlando Cepeda, 0 for 2. Struck out, flied out. Eli is still out there pitching in the top of the 8th inning. He's up to 88 pitches. And it's a lazy pop-up down the left field line, out of play. Strike 1 on Cepeda. Out in front of the slider. Quickly, he's down, no balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Circle change froze him. And that's strikeout number 8. No, check that. Strikeout number 9 for Eli. Let's look at the location of the pitch. You know what? Even if you want to say it's not on the corner, with 2 strikes in a game like this, you can't let that pitch go by. You at least foul it off. So 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Mike Schmidt is 0 for 2. He struck out twice today. Misses inside with the fastball. Ball 1. Out in front of the curveball, count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Schmidt. Swing and a miss at the slider, count is 1-2. The only negative of this division series going 5 games is that we lose Eli Ramos. I would have loved to have Eli Ramos pitch Game 1 of the ALCS should they advance. Game 1 of the ALCS will go to Joey Pollard the number 2 on the staff. And that's a line drive, base hit to center field. We can't count our chickens before they hatch, ladies and gentlemen, because here, with 1 out in the top of the 8th, the tying run will come to the plate, as now the Twins have a base runner. Eli is up to 95 pitches. Good question is, when will the manager take him out? Pinch hitting is Richie Ashburn. Richie Ashburn has an enormous amount of speed. He bats from the left side. Runner at first. Misses off the plate inside. Ball 1. Finds the low part of the zone. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike, thanks to the home plate umpire. Don't know if I would be happy with that call if I was a Minnesota Twin fan, but... And he pops up the bunt. And there's 2 away. He tries to bunt for a base hit, pops it up to the mound. What a mistake from the Twins. What a mistake. So, with 2 away here in the top of the 8th, Chris Owning steps up to the plate. Obviously, he's still the tying run at the plate. He's 1 for 2. And he slices it, line drive foul up the first base line, strike 1. Goes down and fouls off the circle change, but the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Runner leading off first. 2 away here in the 8th. 2-0 lead for the Knights. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 10. He's in double digits. And the side is retired. We will go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Bronx Knights lead game 5, 2-0. Pitching in relief is Ranger Suarez for the Minnesota Twins. He's a left-handed pitcher. And taking over on defense is Ryan McMahon at second base, the pinch hitter. He pinch hit. Richie Ashburn pinch hit for Alan Hansen at second. And now Ryan McMahon comes to play for defense. So Anthony Miller was 0 for 2 today. We are at the top of the 8th inning. Now, manager, bullpen. Okay, lefty, righty, righty. We're going to the top of the 9th. I'm sorry, Jesse, sit down. Carlos, sit down. John Smoltz, the closer, warm up. John Smoltz, the closer, put him in the game. The closer is coming in. I don't care if it's a 2-run lead or a 10-run lead. John Smoltz is pitching the 9th inning. Swing and a miss at the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. Some of you might be very angry at that decision, thinking give the complete game shutout to Eli. He's pitching great. Why are you taking him out? That's a mistake. You go with the horses that got you there. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls off, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball rolled over towards the third base side. Foul. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's a lazy fly ball to center. There is the center fielder, Duke Schneider. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. How many days did it take to get to 160? I think it took like 6 months, to be completely honest with you. I think it took 6 months. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back to the first game on YouTube and see how long ago it was that it streamed. So with 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th, with the 2-0 lead for the Knights, Max Lukulich leads off and hits from the right side against the lefty. And it's a ground ball, but backhanded by Ryan McMahon. Throws to first, and there are 2 quick outs. Not sure. Nice play by McMahon, defensive replacement, jump throw. So next up with 2 outs is Don Mattingly, the first baseman. He is 0 for 3, hitting .333 in this series, left-handed hitter against the lefty. But that's a line drive, a hit that will go 1 hop to the fence, the 314 sign. And it's a strong throw from Griffey, so he's staying right where he is at first base. That's a hard single. But the inning will continue here in the bottom of the 8th as the MVP of the league, Chris Ramos, will step up to the plate. He is a switch hitter, now batting from the right side against the lefty, Ranger Suarez. Pitch is low and inside, ball 1. Ramos is 6 for 17 in this series, but he does not have a hit today. He's 0 for 3. And he fouls it upstairs behind home plate, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's a ground ball through the hole in the right side. So it's another 2-out hit for the Knights. Runners will be at first and second with 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. And they're looking for another insurance run as we go to the 9th after this half inning. Next up is the left fielder, left-handed batter Michael O'Rourke, who's 2 for 3 today. Swinging and missing, the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. So he's hitting .389 in the postseason. He's got a runner in scoring position as Mattingly. Outside corner, according to the home plate umpire, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on O'Rourke. Now he needs to go into protect the plate mode. And he grounds out to Orlando Cepeda, who takes it to the bag himself. We go to the 9th inning. Last licks for the Minnesota Twins. They're down by 2 here in Game 5 of the American League Division Series. The winner goes to the ALCS. The loser goes home. Here we go. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. Sorry, Dad. I have no choice. John Smoltz, coming in to pitch his 3rd game in the postseason. He has had 2 save opportunities. He has converted both of them. It's his job to pitch them to the American League Championship Series. Leading off is Ken Griffey Sr., who's 0 for 3 today, but hitting .500 for the series. He has 10 hits in these 5 games. That's a deep drive, but curling out of play. A foul ball, strike 1. That's the deepest strike you'll ever see. In there with the slider, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Griffey. And that's a line drive, base hit the other way, will roll into the left field corner. Strong throw. It is not in time. It is a double here to lead off the top of the 9th inning, and the tying run will come to the plate for the Minnesota Twins with nobody out in this 2-0 ball game. Outlander on my lunch today, not miss the end. You did not miss the end. It's a 2-0 lead here in Game 5 of the ALDS. But Minnesota is mounting a threat as Ryan Braun, who's 0 for 3 and hitting .211 in the postseason, steps up to the plate, representing the tying run. John Smoltz, Hall of Fame pitcher for the Atlanta Braves, on the mound, throws strike 1, 98 on the radar gun. Count is no balls and 1 strike on Braun. Checks his swing, pitches low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Series tied at 2 games apiece. Crowd is on its feet. Slider, he fouls it down first base line, out of play. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Braun. Strike 3 called, inside corner. Braun doesn't believe it. And there's 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Let's go. Been thinking about this game all day. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Outlander. Always glad to see your name in the chat. Thank you so much. This is a big game. So in case you missed it, it was a bloop base hit. Bloop base hit by Jacob Salazar to plate the first run. And then an RBI single to get the second one in the bottom of the 7th inning to break a 0-0 tie. Mike Piazza's 1 for 3. Swinging to miss the fastball, strike 1. So Piazza's 1 for 3 with a single. He has a runner in scoring position. It's 2-0. A home run ties this ball game. Smoltz pitches. Slider inside corner, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And the crowd, is it Caleb Smith? No, it's John Smoltz, the closer, pitching the 9th after a controversial decision by Don Mattingly, the manager of the Bronx Knights, taking out Eli Ramos, the ace of the staff, while pitching a shutout, eight shutout innings. He decides to go with John Smoltz to pitch the ninth. So the count is no balls and 2 strikes on Piazza. Runner at second. Just misses, and John Smoltz can't believe it. He takes a long stare in at the home plate umpire. He thought it was strike 3, but the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Piazza. Fouls off the split finger fastball. Count will stay right where it is at 1 and 2. And he gets a piece of that changeup. Here we go, Knights. Here we go. Cha-cha. And again, just gets a piece of that split finger fastball to stay alive. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the ninth. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there's 2 away. And the Minnesota Twins are down to their last strike in this division series, their last out. Check that. Getting a little ahead of myself. Pardon me. So the Twins are down to their last out, as there are 2 outs here in the top of the ninth at Classic Yankee Stadium. Representing the final out of the game is Eloy Jimenez, who's 0 for 3 and hitting .211 in the postseason. Runner leads off second. I want a Knights jersey. I wish I had one. And that's a deep drive, but playable. Racing over towards the right center field. He makes the catch. Ball game over. Bronx Knights win and advance to the American League Championship Series. Woo! Oh, yeah! Oh. So in a game that was a 0-0 tie going into the bottom of the 7th inning, the Bronx Knights win the American League Division Series 3-2 and advance to play the Tampa Bay Rays in the American League Championship Series for the right to go to the World Series. The winning pitcher is Eli Ramos, who's, as you can see on the screen, player of the game. Eli Ramos pitched 8 shutout innings. He won 22 games during the regular season and was the Cy Young Award winner. And obviously, thank you, Wicked Quixotic. Thank you, Jose Hall. Thank you, Mr. Outlander. As you can see, yes, the player of the game is Eli Ramos. Oh, yeah. They were down, the Bronx Knights in this series for facing elimination in Game 4, down 2-1. They had to win Game 4 and Game 5 to make it to the ALCS. And honestly, I was a little skeptical. I didn't think I was going to lose those 2 games. I was looking forward to sweeping the Twins. That's what up. Happy I got to see it. Well, I'm happy you got to see it too. 8 innings pitched, 3 hits, 10 strikeouts for Eli. And obviously you can see they're happy to advance to the next round. The crowd is going crazy in Classic Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium was knocked down in 2008 to make way for the new stadium across the street. But I'll tell you what, I remember what the old Yankee Stadium was like during a playoff win. It was electric. So, the final, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Minnesota, no runs, 4 hits, 1 errors. Again, Eli Ramos gets the win. He's actually 2-0 in the postseason. Tyler Glasnow deserved better. He pitched well, but unfortunately he's 0-2 in the playoffs. And John Smoltz gets his 3rd save out of, he saved all 3 games in the postseason. All 3 wins. So, this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching this on YouTube, which I'm sure most of you are, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. And even if you can, hit that little bell icon, which will alert you the next time I actually am playing. I know you obviously enjoy baseball, otherwise why would you be watching this to the end? But also, if you're not the biggest baseball fan in the world and you like other video games, there are plenty of playlists to check out on the channel. I hope you would do so. So, will I be playing Game 1 of the ALCS tonight? No, I will not. On the East Coast of the United States, it's a little on the late side. So, Game 1 of the ALCS against the Tampa Bay Rays will be tomorrow, which is Thursday evening. So, hopefully you guys will be tuned in to watch. Thanks again. What I'm going to do is usually this is where I end the stream. I'm actually going to go to the loadout screen to basically go through the playoff brackets. So I'll leave that on. Hang out with me for a couple more minutes if you have the time. Exit post game, confirm exit. Woo! Time. I'm thinking like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is, if you're on the East Coast because you're in California, would be 4 o'clock your time. So I'm thinking 7 o'clock. Okay, so obviously I got some sort of bonus from the program for doing that. So I'll check that out later. The Knights have won the American League Division Series and will be taking on the Rays in the American League Championship Series. All right, so as you can see, it's a best 4 out of 7. Thanks, Mr. Hall. I appreciate it. Best 4 out of 7. Game 1 will be Joey Pollard. Game 2 will probably be Patrick Joseph. Patrick Joseph did not have a very good season. He went 13-11 and had a very high ERA. But when you have to play all 5 games, you have to basically throw who you have out there. Brendan will probably pitch Game 3, and I'm not really sure beyond that. I will set the lineup. So the playoff bracket. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to advance it to this spot right here, the game before. Sim through this date, right? So we can look at the playoff bracket. So on October 12th, the red side on the left is the American League. As you can see, the Knights won their series 3-2 in advance against Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays in the ALDS against the Seattle Mariners won 3-1. But the interesting thing is on the blue side, on the National League side, in the NLCS, the Colorado Rockies have a 1-0 lead on the New York Mets in a best-of-7 series. The first team to win 4 games will advance to represent the National League in the World Series against the winner of the ALCS. So that's it. That's it. I'm long-winded, but that's all I got for tonight. I'm RC Robbin. You know who I am. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And everybody have yourselves an absolutely great night. Take care of yourselves.